What up, my fans? Now, before I start this video, I just want to let you know, originally I was going to put this on my other channel because my long-winded rants or vlogs usually go on my other channel, but this is more of a public service announcement to prevent crappy movies to be seen by good people. And with that said, M. Night Shyamalan, this is Aang. Aang! Not Ung. I don't care if it's supposed to be the Asian pronunciation. If you wanted to do that, why didn't you get an Asian actor to play Ung instead of Aang? The Last Airbender. Let's just pray to God this is the last Airbender movie, at least directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Because as long as he is directing this movie with this script, I do not want to see any Avatar movies. Oh, this movie, I can't remember the last time a movie, probably not since like, I don't know, Cloverfield or Dragon Ball, not even those movies, which as much as I didn't like those movies, pissed me off as much as this movie. The reason for that, just like with Dragon Ball Evolution, whereas I grew up, well, I mean, you know, the series has been out, like, you know, not too long ago, it came out like the last, like, you know, 8 years, whatever, when this premiered on Nickelodeon. Now, I liked the cartoon. I wasn't the biggest fan of the cartoon, like, I mean, not as much as Transformers or He-Man or other things, but I knew the characters and I knew what was going on, and I knew that it wasn't freaking Ung, or, you know, the way it just, I'm just trying to make sure, you know, I'm keeping it very PG-13 and when I'm saying this. Guys, M. Night Shyamalan, he supposedly was a fan, or his daughter was a fan of this show, and you would never know watching this movie. It seemed like they didn't watch any of the episodes, any of the series before they made this movie. Compared to the show, this movie is like dark and incoherent and without any humor. I mean, it's just like the actors, like the kid that played Aang, Noah Ringer. He is pretty much like Jake Lloyd from Episode 1 playing Anakin Skywalker. It's that all over again. So if you love Jake Lloyd's performance and as Anakin Skywalker in Episode 1, you'll love this kid as Ung. So I mean, they had the guy Dev Patel from Slumdog Millionaire playing Zuko, and man, wow. For a guy that was in an Oscar-nominated film to do this, I feel bad for him, man. I just like all the actors, man. I mean, I just have to say this. I don't think they're bad actors. Maybe some of the kids are in there, especially the guy that like that's in also Twilight that was in there. Yeah, I liked him better in the Twilight films because he doesn't really talk much in this film. He's supposed to be, yeah. I'm just like all over the place with this because that's how much this movie upsets me. It's just that like the actors are supposed to be have humor or sarcastic, be fun-loving, and they're just all like, whoa, wow, oh my god, wow. That's all. That's it. It's like literally, it's like watching a second grade play in a $150 budget movie. Speaking about budget, this movie. Special effects, oh my god, you would think for a movie that's supposed to be, I mean, a series that has martial arts and fighting and like airbending and water bending and fire bending and all that stuff, oh my god, this was the most boring action sequences ever. I haven't seen The Karate Kid, but I'm pretty sure that has better action sequences than this piece of crap film. I mean, wow. I'm just like, even, you know how in 300, you know, they slow-mo the parts and like, it just, you know, it gets all slow motion but then gets back. Yeah, it's kind of like the slow motion, but it doesn't really get back. It just all slow motion and just, okay, we get it. It's slow-mo, yeah. And speaking of which, the special effects were pretty weak, and it's supposed to be ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, doing this, and I just have to say, they were pretty weak, like the fire and the water. There's some cool parts, but nothing really like that was like, whoa, you know, it's like what you see in the trailers, that's the coolest part. There's nothing else cool after seeing the trailers. And I just have, I mean, I guess the thing that really pisses me off is that I saw this in 3D, And this was definitely the worst tacked on 3D ever. I thought, if you think like Alice in Wonderland or Clash of the Titans 3D was bad, this was way worse. You could have literally, there's times where I took off my glasses for 5 minutes, there was no difference. There was no difference whatsoever. You could literally, if you decide to watch this movie in theaters, don't watch it in 3D. It is absolutely a waste of money. But even watching this movie in 2D is an absolute waste of money. I mean, I really telling all my fans out there, if you're not a fan of me, just watching this video, stay away from this movie. I mean, if you love Avatar: The Last Airbender, the TV series, then you will hate the series after watching this. Just to think that this crappy movie is associated with such a great cartoon. I mean, Nickelodeon must be going like that for after seeing what kind of crap just came from such a great TV series. I mean, wow. I mean, like I said, it's sad to say I probably like Dragon Ball Evolution or Batman Robin more than this film, and that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. I mean, just the acting, freaking William Shatner. The actors in this make William Shatner a freaking Oscar winner. The special effects, I mean, I've seen amazing stuff on YouTube better than the special effects in this. I mean, this was the most boring, like, scrutinizing thing I've seen in a long time. Definitely all year, probably since last year. When people say Michael Bay raped my childhood, no. M. Night Shyamalan raped every single Last Airbender fan for making this movie. Michael Bay is freaking like Steven Spielberg or like Martin Scorsese or any like Oscar-winning director compared to M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan, you were fine when you were screwing up your own films and stuff, but now you're screwing up a great cartoon series. Oh. Everyone, please stay away from this movie. If you're really curious, maybe watch it at a matinee, just for some cool fighting scenes. But I would say just maybe rent it. But if you're a fan of the show at all, stay away from it because it'll just piss you off. You're just gonna say why? They mispronounce people's names. The character's all wrong. The story's so incoherent. I mean, in the rating and stuff, this is probably the lowest rating I've rated a movie since I've seen this on YouTube. I would probably give it a thumbs down to kind of which is a 1.5 out of 5. That's all bad. There's only some cool parts that make it somewhat bearable, but it's a pretty unbearable movie to watch. So, sorry you guys. Thank you for letting me rant. But yeah, this is Aang! This is Aang!